make a part 2 to talk about this game a little more and the people who made it or whatnot. It is from 1807. It's a second reprint. I have yet to be able to find a first reprint or when the first print was or anything. There is no information on these gentlemen whatsoever. Christie's, who sells, you know, some of his stuff. I mean, they got some of his globes for sale, $100,000. He is the most prominent globe maker of his time. Like I said, people pay $100,000 for these globes. But there's no information on this guy on the internet. None whatsoever. I mean, you'd search for him. I don't want to do that. I need to leave that. You search for this guy, and all you get is the stuff for sale from Christie's, some genealogy stuff, whatnot. You don't get anything. I mean, you get some of his stuff, like stuff that's for sale that he has. I mean, you don't get $4,000 for one of his globes if you'd like one. It was probably not made while he was still alive because the company stuck around for quite some time. But yeah, prominent globe maker. I mean, look at the kind of stuff this guy made. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't get it why he doesn't have a wiki page. Here's a biography of him in Dutch, Denmark. I mean, I don't read Dutch, so, you know, I don't know, but you would think he'd have a wiki page. You know, and I ran into a problem with the books and the names, but it's all there. Everything just got moved. Why it gets moved around, I don't know. Maybe because it goes through this Luna servlet, and that's probably why, and it always generates a new list number. I don't know. But it can still be found, all the photos and everything, if you'd like to go look at them on davidrumsey.com. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But yeah, and all this was found by looking into Tartaria and the Tartarian Empire, and one of the cards is Tartari, but I was upset and I skipped by it really quick because I could not back page to show the info or any of the data, but you know, and I didn't show any of the maps, but on the maps it's let's see, we'll blow one up really quick. So these maps are in the game. Russia. And I don't see Tartary on the map, on his map at all anywhere, but on some of his other maps, if you look through his maps that he's made and his globes, it says it on there. I don't know. Anyway, it's a fun game. It looks like none of the people are from where they should be. Well, some of them, yes. Most of them, no. They seem out of place. And if you read the stories that led me to this game, and some of the books with Tartary stories in them, of people that traveled, they said these people look out of place, like they didn't belong in the places they were. Because, you know, there's big Roman-looking coliseums everywhere. Anyway, I was able to find it again. It just moved. Argo, he traveled all over. He's got a lot of drawings in his book. A lot of times these guys like the Sandwich Islands, but I even think this are copies of copies. Like, because you have this gentleman too, but Captain Ross, so the guy that wrote the book, took his logs and drawings and whatnot, or whoever was on the ship. They usually have somebody that does all that, you know, they bring with them that does all that. And he went to Antarctica. He was looking for the Northwest Passage, they say. He found it because he was doing it. So anyway, But there's stuff on him. You know, you got information on this guy. Well, if the other guy went all over the damn world and made globes, how come there's no info on the guy? I just find it odd. You know, I just find it really odd that he's not, you know, attributed to this. And then the other gentleman, like I said, Mueller, I'm not going to even search his name because he doesn't exist. They said he was a card maker and whatnot, you know, but I mean, it tells you down here what he was. First edition was published in 1801 because these are supposedly from 17. It says up here. Well, it says somewhere, maybe on this site, the years that they went through these islands, and it was the 1700s when they went through the islands, of course, because they had, you know, you got to make time to make all those prints, right? But yeah, it says he's Klinger was a German map and globe and game maker active in Nuremberg during the early mid-19th century. He was considered the most prominent globe maker of his generation. And Mueller was a Nuremberg-based educator and publisher of playing cards and other games. Well, if he was, why can't I find him? You know, I'm going to show you right here. I'll search this whole phrase. It just amazes me how I can't find any of this stuff. Oh, look, I find David Rumsey, Geographicus, the British Museum. He's got some stuff in the British Museum. I mean, we don't get any info on him though, you know? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even want to type in his name. Like I said, I've been down this road. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a brief talk